I'm Bliznub, and welcome to Building the Best. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Strun Wraith, because I seriously don't know how this one slipped through the cracks. This weapon is amazing. I would personally count this as one of my favourite shotguns, just behind the shiny comb. But this weapon, honestly, is so immensely fun to play with because of its unique reload mechanic, because of its high base status chance and its high base damage. Now this weapon has 300 base damage, with most of that being in impact, and it has 40% status chance, which means that we can get 100% status chance before multi-shot. Now, status chance on shotguns is a little funky unless you can get 100%, because if you can get 100% before multi-shot, you have 100% chance per pellet. That's right, every pellet is guaranteed to proc something. We don't know what, but something. And this basically means that we're going to be seeing multiple status chance procs on individual targets. They don't stack in the way you might imagine they would, but it means we can get lots and lots of different procs very quickly on lots of targets, and that is ridiculously useful when it comes down to it. So yeah, basically I've gone for a status cannon build, and I do this far too often, but it's just so much fun. Now we start off with Hell's Chamber and Prime Point Blank for delightful base damage, and Vicious Spread, of course. Now I find Strun Wraith's accuracy isn't too affected by Vicious Spread, honestly, and I like to use this weapon at point blank, ranges up to about 30 meters, so it does quite well with it. Next we have Blaze for heat and basic damage, and then we have 3 60-60 mods to give us that delightful 100% status chance before multi-shot, which again, ludicrous. And then we have the sort of put what you want in there slot. Now I've gone for Contagious Spread here so that I'm getting viral damage as a majority of my status procs, because I want to pretty much guarantee that there will be a viral proc on the target. I know I'm firing 22 pellets, but the status procs are split between these different damage types, and it's done by the amount of damage, with physical damage having a 4 times weighting over elemental. And if I have this much viral damage, weighting is second. It comes in second. I'm going to see more impact damage than impact procs, than viral, but I definitely want to see viral more than radiation slash puncture. That was a bit of a mouthful, but basically in this slot, stick whatever element you want. As always, go for whatever elemental combo you prefer. I just really love Radiation Viral for some strange reason. Something to do with Viral's proc, I forget. Or you can put impact damage in here if you just want a little bit more base damage, although an elemental mod will actually provide more than full contact will in terms of, you know, a flat number, but obviously impact damage does different things to elemental damage, so take that as you will. And if I had the time, I probably would put a Seeking Fury on here, but I believe the Strun Wraith comes with a dash polarity, and I didn't want to have to put on the 2 former to bypass it, and I didn't want to have to former off a polarity either, so I just thought I'd stick with it as it was. Honestly, this is a pretty damn good build. It doesn't need Seeking Fury, it would just be useful. And you'll see why the reload speed of Seeking Fury would be useful in a second, because obviously Seeking Force does the same thing in terms of punch through. So, take a breath. Let's kill some things. Now I'm going to test this on Grenier, obviously, as I've gone for Radiation Viral. And let's get some delightful Bombards, some Butchers, why not? Elite Lancers and Eviscerators, where are you? There you are. And we'll finish off with a Heavy Gunner. Lovely. And we'll spawn those in at, you know, a nice relaxed level 80, because this weapon, it's only dealing, all of, I think, just barely 10,000 damage, you know, which obviously isn't much, but, oh, it seems to be doing the trick. Obviously on the Bombards it's going to take a couple shots, and the radiation proc may come into play, as the Bombards slaughter their friends. And so, obviously you can see now, this is a rapid-fire shotgun. The punch-through would be ridiculously useful, and as I say, I'm going to be using this at about this distance. This is about 10 meters. That works I did not mean to go visible then. 1 second, please. It works delightfully at that distance, honestly. The radiation of the viral makes this weapon ridiculously good against Grineer. As always, yeah, build against your enemy type. But I can happily say that this weapon will tear apart any Grineer you pointed at if you put Radiation Viral or Corrosive Blast on it. Let's find a Heavy Gunner just to show you what I mean. Even though I'm not built right for the armor type on that Heavy Gunner, okay, maybe a little hard to see in that crowd of mayhem, but I did do quite a lot of damage before the Bombards decided to kill the traitor. For the watch. Anyhow, sorry, that was a little off-piste. This weapon may not be the highest damage you'll ever see, but it is ridiculously entertaining, and it's still going to put out 10,000 damage so very easily you would not believe. Just every shot. The numbers we're actually seeing aren't very high, but you can clearly see what effect it's having on the enemy, and being able to get both radiation and viral procs going off in rapid succession means that I can shoot this into a crowd of enemies that I don't expect to be able to kill, but I will then halve their health with the viral and make their friends shoot at them with the radiation. And that's just... You can't put a value on that. It's just so fun. It really is. I could highly recommend you try this build if you do have the Strun Wraith. I appreciate it's only come around twice, I believe. Some of you may not have been able to get it, but oh, is it a fun weapon. It really, truly is. Ah, one of the Eviscerators managed to catch me in mid-air. Anyhow, that's pretty much all I have to say about this. This weapon is hilarious. Oh, right, last thing. I did mention, it's not full auto, it is semi-auto, so fire rate does have a little use on it, but its reload is unique in that you reload it 1 shell at a time. And it's very cool, and it means that if you actually increase the mag size on this, it increases your reload time as well. I just thought I would mention that. And yeah, so that's why, obviously, Seeking Fury, the one with the reload on it, could potentially be very useful, as the reload speed would compound in its value. But anyhow... Compound? I think that's the right word. But anyhow... Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this absolutely hilarious build. And I hope some of you give this a try, because it is so much fun. It really is. Anyhow, thank you for watching. As always, please like and comment below, and subscribe if you want to see more. I'm Bliznub, and this is the Strun Wraith.